It's your boy DJ Noah Fresh, and this is Lightning Strike Podcast. And we got a major guest in the building. The one, the only DJ Esther Anaya, the official Chargers DJ.
Yes, sir.
The lady that brings the vibes inside SoFi on Sundays.
And gonna bring the vibes this Sunday, if you haven't heard. So this Sunday at SoFi, inside Electric Avenue, we will have the amazing, the incomparable DJ Esther Anaya. Thank you for joining us. How you feeling?
What's up, guys? I'm excited to be here with you all, and I'm also super excited that this Sunday we're kicking off the season and gonna bring the party on. Yeah, just can't wait.
I can't wait. Look, it's not official until we see you put up the violin and let us have it. And let us have. That's when we know
Oh
it's
yeah,
official. That's when we know it's official.
I'm bringing bringing the magic bow to get us started. So yes,
For
coming with
sure.
that and all the energy.
Oh, always,
Love to
always.
see it.
Love to see it. And as we get into this, and you're gonna give us a little insight into you, let the viewers know who you are, because we all know who you are, but we never sat down and had a talk with you. So this is a beautiful moment right here. And my first question is, how did you discover your passion for music?
Oof. I feel that that is something you actually bring in your blood. I will
Mm-hmm.
speak from my own experience. I
I
come
love
from a
it.
musical family.
Okay.
And when I heard my father the first time, I was so young singing and playing the guitar, it was like something just sparked in my heart. And from there, I was like, I would just start singing with him when I was like 4 years old, and it was just so magical that I felt that music was something I had in me, and it was just fueling. Passion kept growing as I was growing, and the years passed by. I was 7 years old, and I fell in love with the violin, and
Mm.
then that's where I knew I was meant to do music.
Nice.
That's unique. That's unique to bring a violin into DJing, right? Most people their experience with DJing is mixing, keeping the vibes going, keeping the party going. But you bring a whole very difficult instrument to play. That's like you got to be gifted to play violin.
Absolutely.
Like
It
y- y-
is something you definitely have to practice. It's not something you just wake up and you just like, hey, I want to play the violin. It's an instrument that sounds terrible the first 2 months, 3 months. So you have to go through that stage of making it sound like every day. So it takes a lot of patience and practice for sure. It's not the usual thing you will bring on a DJ set. And that's what I love about it. That is actually what I wanted to do since I was very young. I wanted to take the violin out of the bubble, the
Okay.
classical bubble it was, and put it into a different perspective and make it cool again.
and that you have done. So you blend the classical side of the violin with your DJ inside, and that's just unique. That's just unique to do. I see you
Very neat.
you let it go, and then you just pick up the violin and you just harmonize. And you can also sing, and you can also produce. So it's just not DJing playing the violin. So
Multifaceted, multi-talented.
like what's that like? What's the creative process blending your violin into your live set? What's that like?
I always try to choose songs that I know people could connect and they kind of like already know and they identify with. And I just bring in the violin, putting kind of like my unique creative touch to it. I want to
Hmm.
find songs. I always find songs that people have emotional attachment because
Mm.
I already got them. And I
Hmm.
just like cherry on top. Here we go. I add on the violin and I find pockets throughout the songs, spaces in the music where I know the violin adds value to the track and it just makes it sound better because the track is already where it needs to be
Yeah.
mastered and it's perfect.
Yeah.
So it has to be very tastefully done, right? So it's not overly done and
Right.
it's just like the perfect balance, I would say. I go through a lot of songs and play different things and I improvise a lot because depending how I'm feeling. If I'm super energized, I go, I throw solo, I go crazy. And if it's more mellow, so it all depends, you know. It's very fun. It's very spontaneous, I would say.
Okay, so it's so each basically what you're saying is each set is a unique for the crowd and how you're feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. You will probably not hear me play exactly the same way how I play a song on the violin. Not that often.
Okay.
Very, very, very few times. But it's
Keeping
always
it
different.
fresh.
Yes, I always keep all my sets fresh for
That's how you
sure.
got to that they can't copy you,
Yes,
right? They can't copy you. And each time, so
keep them calm.
if I go to 5 different sets on 5 different days, it's gonna be actually 5 different ones. I love it.
Absolutely. I feel that every place you go, it has different people there, different
Mhm.
energies, different connections, and it's like the way how I drive the night, how I drive the moment. It's it's very different. Depends day, night, middle of the day, location, country, city.
Oh,
People that
wow.
are there. They demand a different type of like dynamic throughout the
Mhm.
set, so that's what I try to cater the
So you're
most.
really curating, based off what the environment is.
You're curating the
Yes, I
experience
love
for
doing that.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Yes.
what are some projects that you're working on that everybody should know about that you want everybody to know about?
Well, I'm making a lot of music, and it's one of the things that I feel that it's kind of like the trademark that you leave behind, kind of the legacy. And I
Mhm.
want to give my fans and everybody that listens to my music something that it's fresh, unique, and the best out of me. So I've been in the studio like almost every day, working in a lot of collaborations. Just released another song with Snoop Dogg on
Oh, wow.
Friday, a week
Oh,
ago. Afro House is the vibe is very, it's called baseline. It has a super dope baseline, hot
okay.
violin, I'm singing,
And where
and
can
it's a
everyone
very
find this song at?
Spotify, any of your favorite streaming
Okay.
platforms, you can find baseline featuring Snoop Dogg. I have a progressive track coming out with two other artists that we're releasing on the 26th, and I have many more songs with great collaborations, amazing artists that we've been working on for the whole year. I feel that this is the time where I want everybody to really see all the different stages of Esternaya, all the different things that I could do, singing, producing, playing the violin, doing
You
all
just a one
dancing, no, cooking, no, but
so you just doing it, you're just a one-stop in-house person. So somebody like that, your brain never stops thinking.
no.
You're hearing sounds and seeing
Hearing
sounds.
music all day.
Yeah. So
Yes, it's funny. I was just walking down the street earlier to grab lunch. I'm in Seattle right now. And all of a sudden, a song came to my head. And I was like, I told Ben, and I was like, hold my dog, hold my food. And I grabbed my phone and I started singing on the light. And I'm like, da, 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 da. And people are just looking at me. And I'm like, I can't let this melody go. Like, it's good, you know? That's how my brain is working. It's like constantly music.
okay.
Sure.
So what are some collabs that you want to do? You got any dream collabs that you want to see?
Yes. Well, you all know I'm a classically trained violinist. I've
Hmm.
Mhm.
always dreamed of doing a collaboration with the LA Phil. I actually performed at the Disney Hall when I was in high school, and I was part of an orchestra, YMF. And
Wow.
I remember that moment as like one of the most special moments in my life. And I always said I want to come back here as a soloist, but accompanied by the LA Film with one of my electronic tracks. Something like how Zed did with one of his songs, and that it was Clarity, and it was like so epic. I'm like, I dream of that, or doing a collaboration with like Coldplay, something
Oh,
that
okay.
could be like with a live band and bringing in the classical violin with some electronic beats. I like fresh things, things that are not like overly done, something where I could bring something new to the audience and break the limits and get out of the box, something that people would not expect.
Yeah.
I'm down for anything like that.
I, nobody's just no. You're already ahead of the pack. nobody's expecting the violin to come out. Like, like I, when I first seen that, like when they first introduced you, and you were spinning the music, and next thing you know, you had us going, and then you stepped back, you pulled out the violin, and you went to
I
work.
was like, what?
I was like, just knowing how hard of an instrument that is to play, it's just you got all the respect for me. And now you're playing it during a DJ set, so you're getting the crowd hyped, and you're taking an instrument that nobody really thinks about being a tool to get the crowd hype, and you're playing with the beat, and this up tempo beat. It's not
Mhm.
a slow beat. It's a up tempo beat, and you in it. So
Oh, thank you guys. Honestly, like, house music, pop music, this is like has a really great energy. There's so many different genres, but electronic dance music is like, that gives the energy that I felt like I
mhm,
needed to combine the violin and all the skills that I learned in classical music and just give it kind of like a twist and an edge. And I just love it. I love raving. So I'm like all about that.
for sure. What's been your favorite venue or festival to perform at so far? Like,
Wow, there is like many different ones, but I'll probably say the most recent, well, besides playing at the Chargers, which I love hanging out with all my
Hey,
Volta family, guys. This
yeah,
is
hey, both up,
yeah,
baby.
boat up,
my
baby.
top, Volta up all the time. I would probably say the EDC Mexico
Okay.
on 2024. It was definitely one of my highlights ever. And I want to come back there and do the main stage. So that is kind of like my dream. But being there and playing in one of the, not the major stage, but one of the side stages was just
Hmm.
eye opener. Thousands of people, the energy, just like the kind of like the community was very uplifting. And it's just embracing the dance, electronic music to the max.
Mhm.
I love that.
For sure. I can only imagine. Like have you ever been on stage and it's just been so overwhelming? Like you just had to, in a moment, you like the emotions got to you because you like, man, I went from playing the violin, playing music in my room to now I'm on this stage and it's like, wow, this is a surreal moment.
It has happened. It happens very often every time I do like a big stage or like I've accomplished one of my dreams, like one of the many, many, many dreams that I
Mhm.
have. But it always happened after.
Hmm.
Because it's like those moments where you can't really believe it. You can't process it because of like the excitement, the
The
butterflies, and
adrenaline.
everything. So your
Yeah,
mind, it's like somewhere else. And then you sit back and you're like, did I just do that? Was that me? It's like was like someone else in my body. It's like an out of the body experience. I will compare it to something like that. And then after that, it's when I'm like, I have to remember, like, you know, keep going. You're doing a good job. Keep going. You know.
exactly. So being that you play in the big venues, how are you preparing for the Electric Avenue tailgate at SoFi this Sunday? How are you preparing for such an intimate um venue with so many Charger fans, but it's going to be like
Oh,
an intimate setting?
I'm
How has that been for
excited. I'm so excited because I love being close
you? Hmm.
to all the fans, and I haven't had that chance of performing being close to the fans. So I know the energy is gonna be overly to the top. We're gonna warm up to the max. I already know, from the experience being 3 years with the Chargers, kind of like what's the vibe of the fans and what they like.
Mhm.
So I gotta keep that energy to the top. And bring in those really cool tunes that you guys are gonna hear there. You're gonna see me playing the violin. Maybe I'll sing one of my original songs. We'll see how the vibe is
Hey.
Oh,
going.
we get the
Oh,
vocals.
talk
We
that
get the
talk.
vocals. I'm
Talk
So,
that
loving
so,
it. I'm loving
that
it.
so
So
talk.
what drives you to keep pushing the boundaries in your music career? Like,
the feeling of not doing what I love and not waking up, not doing it, that feeling I never want to feel it again because I felt that during the pandemic when everything closed
Mhm.
and I went through a major depression. And I never want to be there ever again. So I wake up every morning knowing there's no pandemic, and it's just, and you never know, this could be the last day of my life, but I want to give it all my best and do what I love, which is music. It's my love language. This is how I communicate with
Hey,
Same,
you
everybody.
talking to
same.
two other DJs, and that's exactly. Let me send you a song. Like people don't
Please.
understand like that connection when you have someone that loves music. If they send you a song, listen to the
Yeah,
whole entire thing. It's
exactly. That's how we communicate. Let me
that's
sing
how
a
it is.
song.
That's how it is.
Totally.
So
Yes.
with that, how is it being a woman in the DJ community? How has that been for you? You know, because I know other women look at you as a beacon of hope, especially you got all the ladies, the young ladies, the babies at the game, and they look up on the big screen, which you can't avoid, and they see you. Like, how has that been navigating for you, being a, you breaking the glass, basically breaking the glass ceiling?
Yes, yes, it's been very challenging. Not easy, but it's just a matter of embracing it and believing in yourself.
Hmm.
And because we all have a sound that needs to be heard, we all have a footprint, we all have such amazing talents that just the fear of not putting it out there, it's what is being a limit. But taking that out of the picture, I feel that you have to embrace being a female in the
Hmm.
industry. You have to have a voice. You have to bring it on, not be afraid, and take over any opportunity that comes in front of you. And even if it's not there, go knock the doors and make yourself a path in the industry, because
Hmm.
there's space for everybody, for every woman. We're all, and I would say we'll all have the equal opportunity out there. It's the
Absolutely.
same door, it's for you, for me, and for everybody else.
Hmm.
The only thing that changes is the perspective, right, of who's looking at the door. And I just tell you, a female watching this, just go ahead like a lion and eat the world like if it's the last apple in the world.
As you
Like
should.
this. That's how I put it.
Bro, do you have anything you want to ask?
Absolutely. I'm glad
Yeah.
that you
All
asked.
right. All right.
So, I know you talked about picking up the violin at 7 years old. So, did that come before DJing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That was the first instrument I started playing.
Okay. So, how did you blend? How did those two come together? So, you was classically trained, started on doing the violin, and then somehow you found your way to a pair of turntables. So, talk about how that happened.
Two turntables and a
Yeah.
microphone.
Oh yeah. You know that actually I started singing also when I was very young. I probably
Okay.
wrote my first song with my dad like when I was like 14, and I started singing when I was like 9 because I was in choir.
Mhm.
But I was always afraid of singing in front of people because of,
Mm,
oh, people are going to judge me. But when I moved to the US and I was in high school, I got opportunities to play at parties with DJs, and they called me and they were like, "Hey, can you jam on the violin to like hip hop, pop, house music?" And I'm like, "I love improvisation. Yes, I could. I would say yes to everything." I'm
mhm.
like, "Yes," and that is where the love for EDM, house music, and the crossover of genre with the violin grew inside me. And that's where I saw an opportunity for myself of being able to incorporate the violin into this different type of like, genres and it being unique at it. Um, and when that started happening, then I remember I did one of the gigs, and that was probably a gig that I didn't like much because I didn't like what the DJ played, and I felt like I
Mhm.
was very limited as a
Yeah.
violinist because you are only playing an instrument, so you have to
Mhm.
follow the music that is being played. And I said I need to take control over this. I'm like, how do I do this? I'm sorry, I need to learn how to DJ.
Fire the
Not
DJ.
sorry.
Fire the DJ and
And
upgrade it yourself. What you got, Brody?
I went to classes and I learned how to DJ and production classes. And that's where I was like, I want to create an experience. It's all about an experience. That's what everybody
Absolutely.
remembers at the end of the day. And that's where it all started.
Absolutely. So in that journey, was there one moment in particular like that you just knew like, okay, this is going to be a career for me. Like this is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to take serious, and I'm gonna do for a lifetime. Was there a specific moment that you can remember where that occurred?
The moment I grabbed my violin for the first time,
Oh, there it
and
is.
it was 7 years old, I remember my dad giving me my first violin, and he asked me to make a promise for him. And he's like, "Well, I give you a violin, you can't quit." And I knew that I had to take this to the maximum level I could, because it's a promise I did to my father, who wanted to be a superstar and he could never do it. And I was
Mhm.
like, peer pressure, right? But I always dreamed of being on big stages. I will watch like all these big artists, Britney
Mhm.
Spears, like Shakira from Colombia, like every artist. And I would just like always dream like Christina Aguilera. I'm like, oh my God, Rihanna, one day, like a little girl, I will be there. Big dreamer. And I just said, I'm going to do anything, whatever it takes
Have
to get to those stages and have a voice. I will do.
Have
Nice.
you ever worked with Shakira?
Not yet.
Not yet.
But Rihanna,
Is that
yes,
on the
I
list?
did.
Is that on the
That's on.
list?
Is
Do
she on
do
the
we
list?
need Kira tap in with the podcast? Tap in with our girl Esther Anaya. We need to collab. We
We
need
need
to
to make that happen.
stand.
We need to make that
Yeah,
happen.
we need
Bring
it.
her to halftime. Bring
You
her
know
to
what I'm saying?
halftime. Y'all
Yes.
go write a song for her. Go produce it. Go put the violin notes on it. Bring her to at halftime. DJ violin. You and Shakira big on the big stage.
I love that.
That would be
Yes.
amazing, huh?
Manifesting right
Yeah,
now.
that's exactly.
She,
That's we all about it over here at Lightning Strike Podcast. We're gonna manifest everybody's
Yeah.
wins.
yep. And
Um,
Yeah.
she is Brian. She is Colombian.
um,
Mhm.
outside of music, what inspires you most? What
You know, I will say my faith. My
okay.
faith is a big inspiration. I feel like, when you are going through like so many things in your life as an artist, you have to create so much pressure. There's a spiritual side of me that I'm grateful to God for giving me the strength of waking
Mhm.
up every day and being able to deal with the anxiety and being able to deal with so many things outside that could affect my life. And I feel inspired when I could just like tune off the world side and get
Mm,
into my spirituality. I feel I could tap into another level that gives me sounds like music, like as simple as like I could take a little nap and I wake up with an idea, which is crazy.
Mhm.
But it's like being connected with God and telling God, Holy Spirit, send me creativity, like send me ideas, send me
Yeah.
fresh things that could just like elevate and bring a different side of me. I'm always asking for that, and that's a big inspiration. Also, people, I feel inspired by so many people, so many stories I see out there, um, that bring to me a different angle of seeing life, and I could apply to writing music as well.
for sure.
And
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is
That's beautiful.
beautiful. And I totally get it. Go to sleep, wake up, got a new sound. Um, it's just that simple.
oh yeah.
Yeah. um,
It's okay to take naps here and
yeah,
there, not always
gotta have it.
okay.
Gotta have it. Gotta stay, gotta recharge that battery. Especially doing the type of job you do is high energy. I don't know if people understanding like it takes a lot out of you
Yeah.
to be able to perform and perform at that stage. Everybody's watching. All the internal stuff is draining your battery. Like, you know what I mean? You're keeping it together, you're in the zone. So I know those naps do come in handy. Um
Oh yes.
for for the young women who may be out there interested in picking up a instrument, um, what motivation can you give to them to, whether it's violin, DJing, or just anything in performing arts when it comes to, playing an instrument? You got any motivation for them?
Don't wait a second. Start now. Don't wait for approval.
Mm-hmm.
The approval you need is yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, and you are worth of everything of the best you could ever see around you. It's very attainable, but it all starts with the first move. And some people always wait for the right moment. It's never a right moment because you have to go through a lot of wrong moments to appreciate the right ones. And
Hmm.
we all make a lot of mistakes. But when you get that right opportunity, it's the best feeling ever. So get it going. Start now. It is whatever it is that it's your passion. Embrace it. There is a lot of people waiting to hear your voice, and there's a space for you and everybody else in this world to make a change and to leave a legacy. It's not only me and the high, no, you too, and everybody else. Yeah. Oh, you. I'm
Definitely.
reading here. Sorry, I'm like catching up here. I'm like, you play the saxophone.
Yeah.
Get. Oh my God, do saxophone with house music. Sorry, I just noticed.
Yeah, I'm putting the comments up as they come
These are
in.
people right here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So
They
for
tap
those of you
in with
don't
us.
know, for those of you don't know who just joined, this is the official DJ for the Chargers, Miss DJ Esther Anaya. You can see her on Cadillac commercials. You know what I'm saying? So if you see a beautiful Colombian lady jump out of Cadillac on a commercial, that is her. The music in the background, that is her. So that was I like that. That commercial you had, I like that. Just so
Yeah,
you
thank you.
almost made me buy a Cadillac, but
Hey, you should. It would look very nice on you.
For
but
sure.
no, we look forward to seeing you this Sunday in Electric Avenue. Like guys, she's going to be in a pink lot. She's putting on a free performance for you all.
Pull
So
up.
come vibe out with a unique
Pull up.
individual. She can sing, she can write songs, she can produce music, she plays the violin, she DJs, all that, all that. She creates
Triple
original
threat right
music. So you're gonna have that in Electric, brought to you by Electric Avenue in the pink lot at SoFi
Mhm.
Stadium, week 3, Chargers versus Broncos. The official DJ is descending upon her throne in SoFi to come down and party with the people.
here. Yay.
She
I'm so
says
excited.
we are excited. We're
Everyone's excited. We're all excited.
because it's like we only get a bits and pieces of you in between plays or in between things, but this time
Talk
we
to
get a
'em.
full set. We get a full set with you, and you're also bringing a special guest, right?
Yes. So Denise Zavala on the drums.
Oh,
Oh, this is the drums on fire.
The
You're gonna hear
percussionist.
her just like getting down and making your hips move like Shakira. Like, trust me, this is gonna be a good one.
I love it.
We played together many times, and the energy is like over the top. So I love sharing the stage with her. It's gonna be
It's
fun.
awesome that you can collab with other artists and share their platform. And it's like you said, there's plenty to go around. So it's
I know
definitely gonna be a vibe.
I'm getting there at 8 o'clock. So I just so you know, I'm gonna be there at 8 o'clock. I know you get there at 10. I'm gonna be there at 8. Front row.
Gotta get your spot right in the front. Yes.
Yeah,
Front row.
gotta get the
So
spot. Gotta reserve the location.
you're gonna
Totally.
you're gonna see me. You're gonna be like, who is that guy jumping up and down like that? That's me.
Mhm.
Gonna bring all the moves.
Bring all the moves.
All of
Gotta
it.
see
So
There-
what are you currently doing right now? You say you're in Seattle. So if there are Charger fans out there in Seattle and you haven't started travel yet, what do you have going on in Seattle right now?
Yeah, I just got done doing a whole week for Amazon performing at, they had a convention here. So I just performed at the convention center here in Seattle. It was amazing, about 5,000 people. And it was great. I did their party yesterday and did 3 days of convention for them and an opening set. It was really fun. It was really good. Yeah, Amazon is one of my big clients. So I love doing this event for them.
Nice.
Amazing. What do you have coming up in the future? Anything in the future? Any projects that like I know you said you just had Baseline with Snoop come out. Anything that you're working on or any shows, upcoming shows?
Yes, yes. So right now I'm working on a project with the legendary Thomas Gold, and we have a whole EP coming out of amazing bring back tones in techno, which is a really cool EP that we're working on currently. Next year, you guys are gonna see me a lot in festivals, so I will be
Okay.
announcing those on my social media.
Okay.
So follow me on any of your favorite platforms, Esther Naya. I will be posting all my upcoming festivals for festival seasons. You might be seeing me at your favorite festival. So I'm prepping all for that and doing all the music for festival season right now. Currently,
Um,
yes, very
Jenny
busy. Lots
Jenny
of
Tony
travels.
on Jenny Tony on IG says she can't wait for the tailgate Sunday, and she said, Esther, please bring Brenda with you.
Brenda.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Jenny Tony on IG requested.
Okay, I'll bring Brenda.
I,
I will bring Brenda.
Like,
I'm
all
finding
right, Ken.
Brenda.
I don't.
I
Who is
will.
Brenda? I don't know who is Brenda. Jenny. She
I
said
I have
yes.
I'll bring Brenda. I have a couple of Brendas in my mind right now. I'm deciding which one of the two it
All
is
of
the
them.
real.
Bring all of them.
I'll
Bring
bring
all
all
of
the
them.
Brenda just to make
Every
it.
last one of them.
I
Every last one of
will.
the Brendas come to SoFi, Pink Lot, Electric
But
Avenue.
we wanted. I know you're busy. I would just want to thank you for taking the time to come and chat with us and let us know what you got going on. Let us know that we can see you Sunday. She shows up
Yeah.
Sunday at 10 in Pink Lot, Electric Avenue. She's holding a free concert. She's gonna take some friends. She'll take pictures with friends and
Yes.
come up there and get your pictures because once she gets on stage, she's a different person, right? She is in the zone. So come introduce yourself, get the meet and greet her, get to hang out with the official Charger DJ. Again, appreciate you for stopping by the show. Thank you so much for blessing us. You have
Thank
any parting
you.
words, anything you want to say? Oh,
Thank you guys so much for having me. I had such a
Absolutely.
great time sharing my story and it just hanging out with you all. And I see you guys this Sunday. I'm so excited to be with my whole family closer up. And yes, come take pictures, say hi, and let's just party and start the whole season with the best energy possible. Because, hey, we got to make it to the Super Bowl this year.
um,
Hope.
Brody, you got anything before she parts?
Before you leave, last question. If you want Chargers fans, people in Electric Avenue, people who are watching our podcast and listening to remember one thing about DJ Esther Anaya, what would that be?
I would say to remember me as someone that likes to push limits and it creates, kind of like an impact through getting out of the bubbles and doing something unique with how I've been doing it with the violin and the electronic music and just, bringing kind of like something fresh to them. I always want people to remember me with the energy and giving, a a very nice experience every time they hear me doing a set. Something special for all the people that are always listening. I want them to remember me for that.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And so we shall.
We so will.
And
We
so
so will.
we
Tell
appreciate
Ben thank you. Tell Ben thank you. I know he's probably in the background there somewhere.
He's later in the background. He says,
it.
"Thank you,
We'll
But
thank
continue.
you guys, so much
thank
Yep.
you.
fun."
All right. And you have a great rest of your day. See you Sunday.
Likewise, kisses. Bye bye,
Bye bye.
guys. Thank you.